What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is another video in the how-to series. Now we are talking about Mr. Sinister, one of the most powerful buffs that we've seen in the game in quite a long time. Mr. Sinister is a fantastic champion, and I'm excited to show you guys how to use him effectively. So Sinister is fairly simple. The only thing that you really need when going into a matchup with Mr. Sinister on offense is the ability to stun the opponent. If you can stun the opponent, Mr. Sinister is going to be absolutely fantastic for you. So, a couple of things about Mr. Sinister. First of all, he is 100% resistant to bleed effects. So, bleed damage is not going to deal any damage to Mr. Sinister. He's going to avoid it. So Bullseye, Yelena, matchups I'm going to show off in this video, are sort of his bread and butter. Additionally, he regenerates up to 70%, it goes higher, percent of his health from critical hits. He gets a regeneration passive that regens 70% of the critical damage he takes. That can increase with the opponent's combo meter, and can also increase with just like your willpower healing from your self-inflicted bleeds. So you're going to be able to sustain yourself fairly well with Mr. Sinister. The only thing you have to kind of recognize is that because you're inflicting yourself with bleeds, you're going to be inflicting yourself with the Inequity Mastery in content like Alliance War and Battlegrounds. But regardless, Sinister is still very strong, and even with that attack rating reduction from the self-inflicted bleeds, you're not going to have to worry about the damage being low because it is very, very strong. So the gameplay style is fairly simple. You're going to parry and charge your heavy attack. What that's going to do is it's going to pause the stun. You see two timers ticking down on Mr. Sinister's health bar. One is a vicious passive, and the other one is a mutant class symbol that's kind of beige yellow. Those are like the bread and butter of Sinister's kit. The vicious passive increases the potency of the damaging effects that he places on the opponent, and that little beige passive is what starts the timer for his self-inflicted bleeds. Now, additionally, when you're using Sinister, charging your heavy pauses all of your damaging effects. So, I'm charging my heavy, I'm pausing the stun. You can also throw a special one immediately after the opponent gets knocked down, and you're guaranteed to land that hit every time. Charging my heavy one more time here, and that's going to be all she wrote for Bullseye. Going to go in with my relic. This Mr. Sinister relic is the best relic for Mr. Sinister. And in terms of stat focus, anything really works. Block proficiency is nice. Critical damage is also nice. I also like armor penetration. But that was an incredibly safe Bullseye fight with Mr. Sinister in 51 seconds. It was only 10 hits. That's because Mr. Sinister is all about the degen damage and not like doing massive hit damage. The degen is going to tick away the opponents, and you're going to stay super healthy as well. I was dexing the special one, but if you block the special one, you're pretty much going to take 0 damage, especially if you have that self-inflicted bleed on you. You're going to be healing from willpower, and you're going to be regenning the critical hits that Bullseye would deal into your block. So let's try out another matchup here with Sinister. Let's go fight Yelena, another one of his great matchups. Sinister gets around a lot of Yelena's defensive threat because he regenerates from critical hits, he's immune to bleed damage, and the degeneration really gets really works around Yelena's attack rating reduction when she is in observation mode. So even though Yelena has that endurance passive, you can still land your heavy attack and charge it without worrying about her sort of escaping the heavy stun. We go for one more heavy attack. Additionally, Mr. Sinister has these class icons that you've probably noticed. Those are from his Awakened ability. What those do is they grant him different effects based on the class icon that he has. So, I believe Mystic is combat power rate, Mutant is special damage, Skill is critical rating, and Cosmic is attack rating, and I forget the last one. But we're going to push Yelena into observation here. I'm going to charge my heavy attack, throw the relic, throw my mediums, and Yelena goes down. Not as fast as the Bullseye fight, and that was punching up with a rank 3 Mr. Sinister against a rank 4 Yelena, but he gets the fight done. You don't want to throw as many heavy attacks against Yelena. You kind of want to go for your combos and then throw your special one from a combo, because Yelena is going to build up to that elimination mode quite fast, and landing a heavy attack when she's in elimination mode will give you that reversal. So just be aware of that. But to touch on Mr. Sinister's Awakened ability, each time he defeats an opponent or starts the fight, he gains these genetic memory things. So every time you defeat an opponent, you gain one, and you also gain a couple at the start of the fight, regardless of how many opponents you've defeated. So the first fight of a quest, you're going to have some of these randomly assorted to you every single time. The ones you earn by defeating opponents, you keep those persistently throughout the quest, in addition to the random ones you always gain. So Mutant is prowess, skill is critical rating, science is regeneration rate, that can be very strong on defense. Mystic is combat power rate, probably the strongest one on defense is the Mystic one, because you're going to be baiting more special attacks. And then Cosmic is fury, that's an attack increase, that's very nice for just the degen damage itself and also your base damage. So I'll do one more fight here with Sinister to show off the degeneration and the purification ability accuracy reduction. Let's go fight Mole Man. So one more thing that Sinister has that I really want to show off on offense is he has a purification ability accuracy reduction. So it's similar to Apocalypse in the sense that it prevents the opponent from purifying debuffs, but Sinister has to build his up over the course of a matchup. So let me show you where that is in his kit specifically. When a skill champion purifies a debuff, reduce the ability accuracy of their Purify by 25% up to minus 100%. So Mole Man, a well-known purifier, is going to be attempting to purify my parry stun, my degeneration, and you're going to see that he has this timer on himself right there, right? So he purified that, and now he has a less chance to purify future debuffs. So I'm just going to parry, not necessarily showing him off like for the sake of the showcase here. I'm just showing off the utility. So now Mole Man cannot purify after this heavy attack. So now Mole Man cannot purify. He's got that -1, so there's no way Mole Man can purify my stun or purify any of my degenerations that I'm going to apply. So it's very nice utility for the skill class. No degens get purified, and my parry stun is always landing. I'm regenning all the damage that he dealt to me. Even though they weren't critical hit damage, Sinister is still able to regen just so much from just getting hit. I mean, I'm getting full combos here, and even though I didn't play that perfectly because I was just showcasing the utility, we still handled that fight pretty well, and I could have easily healed back to 100% health very, very easily. So that Purify utility is very nice against Mole Man. It's also very nice against Bullseye, especially if you're fighting a higher health Bullseye, because Bullseye does have a purification aspect to his Awakened ability, so Sinister can also shut that down. This works for Korg, this works for any champion that has traditional Purify in the skill class. Mr. Sinister can shut that down after shrugging 4 times. So once the opponent shrugs for the 4th time, it is a 100% reduction, and you're totally safe to apply all of your debuffs to the opponent. So we've talked about using Mr. Sinister. Now let's go into a little bit of how to fight Mr. Sinister. So ideally, fighting Mr. Sinister, you are using a robot champion. Why you're going to want to use a robot against Mr. Sinister is because he cannot apply any degeneration from his special one onto robot characters. So I'm going to grab Bastion here, and I'm also going to grab Arnim Zola, and then I'll also grab Shocker, and we can grab another character. Let's see, who do I want to grab? We can grab Red Skull, I guess, and then we'll grab Sentinel too. So any robot character is going to be very good for Sinister, specifically robot characters that have access to heal block or that deal damage outside of the traditional means of like landing critical hits and basic hits. So Mr. Sinister, after he throws one special one, will inflict himself with one of his personal bleeds. If he throws another special one, he will transfer that bleed to the opponent as degeneration, unless they're a robot. So robots are totally safe to just fight Mr. Sinister normally and bait special ones. That's what I'm going to show off here right now with Bastion. Let's jump right in with Bastion first and foremost. So against robots, or when using robots for Mr. Sinister, you don't really have to worry about what special attack you decide to bait. Something to note is that Mr. Sinister applies a concussion debuff on activation of his special 2. So ideally, when using a robot, you just kind of bait special 1 and avoid the special 2 entirely, because all it's going to do is slow you down, and that's no fun. You want to kind of kill Sinister before things can get out of hand, even though when using a robot, that's not really going to happen because there's essentially no defensive threat of taking a massive amount of damage. But we're going to go special 2 into special 1 here. Big special 1 burst damage there from Bastion. Could have been punished there, but Sinister showed me some mercy. And then heavy into one more special 1, and that is all she wrote for Mr. Sinister with Bastion. Very, very safe and easy fight. 50 seconds there, 100% health. There's not a single chance that I'm ever going to get a degeneration on me because Sinister can't apply them to robots, so you're pretty safe. Now, I'll fight the bigger Sinister here to show off the next champion. That's Shocker. Now let's fight the bigger Mr. Sinister. This is the medium health full Mr. Sinister with Shocker. So, Shocker is very good for Sinister. Shocker doesn't deal any critical damage, and Shocker is immune to concussion debuffs. So that means baiting Sinister special 2 is pretty safe. You just have to fully dex it. We can bait one single special 1, but as you can see, now he has that self-inflicted bleed. Very not safe for us to now bait more special 1s. Going for a little catchback there. As you can see, Shocker is immune to concussion debuffs, not concussion passives, concussion debuffs. We've thrown our 2 special 1s, now we throw our special 2, 97 vibro shock charges, and this is absolutely overkill. I could probably stop at like 20 or 30, and Sinister would absolutely be dead, but there's no need. There you go, 652,000 damage there. I wasn't even maxed out on charges. Shocker handles that fight in beautiful fashion. Absolutely magnificent stuff there from Shocker. Very, very good for Sinister. You just have to be able to dex that special 2, or, you know, you can block dex it, whatever you want to do. Shocker will work very well for Sinister. Now, I'm going to show off a couple more options here, primarily dealing with robots, but I will show off Red Skull as well, because Red Skull does have heal block, which is very good for Mr. Sinister. Now, Red Skull is rank 3, so you're going to have to be sort of aware that I'm going to be punching up here with Red Skull and with Sentinel. But Zola is rank 4, so it's going to be an even footing matchup. So we're going here with Red Skull, and Red Skull's got a great power control, so he can sort of manage Sinister's power bar. And in addition, Red Skull has this great heal block that he can apply on his heavy attack that will prevent Sinister from regenerating critical hits. Just going to constantly throw my heavy attack here. I will eventually bait a special 1. There we go. I didn't necessarily mean to block it, but it doesn't matter. Now I throw my special 1. Pause the shocks. Red Skull is immune to the concussion because he's immune to the ability accuracy. I'm hard blocking to get Sinister to come in. And there you go. From a rank 3 Red Skull, special 2, special 1 still gets Mr. Sinister down very, very effectively. Red Skull is a great option for Sinister, and I'll definitely be making a how-to Red Skull video in the future. Don't you worry about that. Now, let's go and show off Sentinel here. Sentinel is great for Mr. Sinister. Sentinel has heal block. Sentinel has great damage over time effects. Just a solid overall option for Mr. Sinister. Very easy to ramp Sentinel against mutant champions. It takes just a couple of blocked hits and like one special 1 thrown on their end, and then Sentinel's pretty much fully ramped. Yeah, there you go. Max charges, and as you can see, I'm placing debuffs on Sinister. He throws his special 1. He removes my debuff, but he doesn't send it back to me as degeneration because I am a robot. So with Sentinel against Sinister, I like to just spam special 1. I throw in a heavy attack when I can, but the name of the game is just special 1 spam. Keep that heal block up. I'm dealing really nice damage with those armor breaks active. 10,000 mediums from a non-crit medium. And 6,000 light attacks. Sentinel is just very safe and super, super effective for Mr. Sinister. Just going for full combos here. I probably don't even need to throw another special 1. Sinister's got plenty of duration on that heal block. I'm going to go for a special 2. And then I'm going to dash in, throw a special one, and finish him off with the Incinerate and the combination of the special one. Very, very safe, incredibly solid stuff there from Sentinel. Sentinel's no joke, man. Sentinel, super, super good. And he's probably another character that I'll make a how-to video for. I've got lots of characters to go through. So the last champion I'm going to showcase now is Arnim Zola. Zola is a robot, so right there, he's safe from Sinister's degeneration reflection, but Zola also has a very unique playstyle that allows him to get around a lot of Sinister's potentially threatening defensive mechanics. So we're going to push Sinister to his special 2. Ideally, with my special 2, I'm going to bait a special 1 first, but then I'm going to bait Mr. Sinister's special 2. I'm going to throw my special 1. I'm going to throw a heavy attack to push Sinister up to 2 bars of power. Going to throw my relic. And that concussion doesn't matter. I can just start building up to my special 2. Chain my heavy attack into my special 2. And my Zola isn't even 6200, but the burst damage is more than enough to take down Mr. Sinister in 40 seconds. That's how it's done with Zola. Very, very good option for Mr. Sinister. As long as you're baiting that initial special 1 to build up more of your own power, you're setting yourself up beautifully to handle Mr. Sinister and any mutant defender or defender in general when using Zola, for that matter. So that is all I'm going to show off today for the how to effectively use and fight Mr. Sinister video. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, and I really hope that you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting that like button. Before I go, I will mention once again, the best relic for Mr. Sinister is Mr. Sinister, and the best stat focus is crit, block proficiency, armor penetration, or special damage. I like all of those for Mr. Sinister, and you can really run anything, but I prefer any combination of those 4. Additionally, Mr. Sinister does really like to be awakened, but it is not 100% necessary. You can still use Mr. Sinister very effectively without the awaken ability, but it's very nice to have, and I recommend awakening him if you can. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.